Hey everyone, welcome to episode 58 of the Return Policy, and today I wanted to do kind of a group battle of the grip cases that I have for the Nintendo Switch and kind of make a bit of a list of kind of most favorite to almost favorite to somewhat favorite of the grip cases that I have and kind of make an episode of that for you today. So for this grip case battle, I'm going to do about 4 of the cases that I own. Technically I've had 5, but one of them, the Skull & Co. Grip case, actually gave that away. The same one that I reviewed for a giveaway contest. Congrats again on the winner for that contest. But I'll be doing 4 grip cases for this group battle. First one up is the Mamba Rugged Grip Case, which is technically my first love. And so I've had this case essentially the longest, and still use it, still enjoy it today, but I will be doing an overview and a quick review on this one as my first case. Next up, I'll be doing a more recent grip case that I've done a review on, which is the Satisfye Ultimate Grip Case here. And still a huge fan of this one, kind of use this primarily as my daily grip case driver. And so this will be the next one that I'll be doing a mini review and an overview on this one. And next up is kind of like the Skull & Co. Kind of stand-in, which is the MEO branded grip case that I have here. So I've done a review on this one as well in the past. And you know what, I'm still quite a bit of fan of this one. I kept on to this one still. And this one I'll be doing the overview and mini review on next. And lastly, for this mini grip case battle, I'll be doing a mini overview and review on the PDP 3-in-1 Folio grip. And I'll be doing this one last. So first up is the Mumba rugged case, and so I've been using this grip case for quite a long while, and definitely I think it was one of my first ones that I've tested out. It was recommended to me by a friend, and when I saw it online, the listing, and I thought, hey, this is pretty cool, pretty slim profile, and I really do like the kind of protection it offers. I went ahead and picked it up, and I have never looked back since. So right from the start, you can definitely tell that it has a kind of a rugged texture to it. You feel like both the sides and the back, and even the finger grips that when you hold on to the Nintendo Switch feels really good. And it is very easy to put on the Mumba rugged case. It is fairly simple and fairly easy as well to take off the Mumba rugged case. And what I did like is that it would fit in any kind of carrying case you have. Also, Mamba provided or sells their own carrying case for this, and I picked that one up too, and I'm not sure if I did a review on that. Maybe I did. It might have been sometime, but I do actually recommend the carrying case that Mamba has sold separately from this grip case. So I do really like both of those items, but the actual protectiveness, the sheer kind of the materials that's used for this is really good. I've definitely beaten this one up for quite some time. Definitely almost at the 2-year mark, or maybe even more than the 2 years now that I've owned this particular grip case. And I have never had any regrets of using this for something for trips, for taking it out, or something that I would just want to take the Switch portably with me and have it just with the Mumba rugged case and not anything with the carrying case. I really did have a sense of security that the Mumba rugged case will protect the Switch as best as it can. Granted, I did throw on a screen protector, which I definitely recommend, onto the Switch itself to cover the front, and then the Mumba rugged case would protect the sides and the back as best as it can. And so the Mumba rugged case really is has stood the test of that time that I've owned my Nintendo Switch, and I really do like this case even now till today. And so to borrow a Disney Byte style of scoring, I would give the Mumba rugged case a score for cost a 3 out of 5, a ease of use score of 4 out of 5, and an overall value a 4 out of 5. Next one up is the Satisfye Ultimate Grip for the Nintendo Switch. And so I've done a review on this one. I've used this countless times. I still use it today, especially when I try to play Smash Bros. Ultimate in any kind of portable sense in order to prevent my hands from completely wrecking themselves. So when I first purchased the Ultimate Gaming Grip, it was already outside of its kind of crowd-funded goal. And so I had bought it at a pretty expensive price, or at least at near the full price. And although you can still find it for either cheaper through their own main websites, promotions and specials, if you're trying to buy it at the full price, I think it's still a little bit steep than what you're looking for into a kind of a grip case. Aside from that, I did want to say that the Ultimate Gaming Grip is amazing. The gimmick of having the right kind of like the hand palm area to be extended out to give it a lot more kind of ease of use for your right thumb makes, for me, a whole world of difference, whether you're playing a first-person shooter, something like Smash Brothers Ultimate, or any other game that requires a lot of kind of either right stick manipulation or buttons, or even for long extended gaming sessions for you know, kind of like a role-playing game, or even Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 where you're just grinding out levels. I really did enjoy and love using the Satisfye Ultimate Gaming Grip. And all this while I've had the Ultimate Gaming Grip, it hasn't failed me since of repeated uses of putting in the Nintendo Switch and taking out the Nintendo Switch and putting it onto the dock and using it for something else and setting it to the side, throwing it in the car. And even I even purchased the carrying case for the Satisfye Ultimate Gaming Grip, and I definitely know that I've done a review on that one quite recently, and I really do like the carrying case for that one as well too. So as far as the ease of use and the part of the gimmick that it offers, I think it's amazing. As far as the cost, and as well as just because the gaming grip itself is kind of like in a larger kind of like a larger frame, being able to either put it in a separate case or in a bag, it doesn't really offer that much protection other than essentially just the bar along the plastic kind of bar where they put their branding is protecting the Nintendo Switch, and so that's pretty much as much protection as you get. So you would essentially keep the Nintendo Switch as essentially your home console, or you would kind of invest in a either large enough carrying case or the carrying case that Satisfye sells for this particular accessory. So with that very same Disney Byte style of scoring, I would give the Satisfye Ultimate Gaming Grip a cost score of 2 out of 5, an ease of use score of 5 out of 5, and an overall score of 3 out of 5. Okay, the next one up on the gaming grip group battle is the MEO Grip Case. And so I found this one just kind of scrolling through Amazon, searching just my Nintendo Switch accessories, trying to find what can I impulse purchase for myself today. And I came across the MEO kind of grip case, and I immediately fell for the gimmick that it offered. Fast forward to now, I really do still enjoy using this case. Even when I was preparing for this kind of video, I threw the MEO grip case back on. Felt that this is still pretty comfortable and pretty slim. It doesn't take up too much footprint on any kind of case, and I still thoroughly enjoy the gimmick that it offered, which essentially the palm grips that it comes with, and it comes with either a gray or a blue or red, and it also allows you to hide and store some extra game cartridges on the back inside of those palm grips. And so I really did enjoy using the MEO case for that time, even prior to doing the review and even prior to preparing for this video as well. But there has been quite a few number of grip cases that have come out for the Nintendo Switch that has exceeded the functionality and the use and just the overall value compared to the MEO grip case. While I still have no qualms against this case, I do admit that there are better ones out there nowadays, and there will probably be better ones going forward. And so I did enjoy the MEO case while I used it, and if you can find it for that decent price, absolutely, I think it's kind of worth it. At the same time, if you also find a different case at the same kind of competitive price, those are probably even more worth it as well too. So for the MEO grip case, I would give it a cost score of 3 out of 5, a ease of use score a 3 out of 5, and overall score, not cumulative, but an overall score of 2 out of 5. And lastly, but certainly not least, I wanted to do a small overview and mini review again for the PDP 3-in-1 Folio. So this case was also very similar to the MEO, where I was just kind of looking through Amazon listings, anything online that I could find, and came across this PDP branded. Granted, I was actually a fan of the PDP brand as far as doing previous reviews for their Nintendo Switch accessories. I still think that the PDP armor guards for the Joy-Cons is still one of the best. Hopefully they still sell them. And so for this one in particular, the PDP 3-in-1 Folio, I think it actually works best with the Joy-Con armor guards. And so the main gimmick of this one is that it offers both a front protection, back protection. It even protects the front of the Joy-Cons themselves, and finally it allows it to use it as something truly portable and as a kind of a extra kickstand, a 3-level style kickstand for your Nintendo Switch while you have it portably and on the go. So some of the few cons to those pros that I have found with the 3-in-1 Folio is that it is definitely bulky. It is definitely a bit heavy, on the heavier side, and so if you had a carrying case or something to carry your Nintendo Switch, I definitely recommend using it with the carrying case, unless you just kind of want that extra bulk. And then it is still protected. You can hold it both the front and the back, since it pretty much protects the front face of the screen of your Nintendo Switch. And I have taken my Nintendo Switch with the 3-in-1 Folio out on trips, and I did not regret it. I actually really did enjoy using it and being able to protectively carrying it with me if I had to take out my Nintendo Switch for a quick kind of like a RPG or fighting game session. I had no problem using that, using even the grips as something for kind of like a more for your finger kind of convenience. So it adds actually a grip for your fingers as well too. And so I really did enjoy using it both portably, at home, and even away on the road. Fast forward to nowadays, I'm not quite sure if it's still available for sale, and that's why I kind of wanted to kind of give that bit of a disclaimer that if you can find it, absolutely it's worth it. If you can't, well, there probably was something better, or maybe PDP offered something different, or even another brand or another manufacturer has something very similar to this one. And so just wanted to give that kind of a heads up if something happens while you're trying to find this PDP 3-in-1 Folio. So for the PDP 3-in-1 Folio, I give it a cost score of 3 out of 5, a ease of use score of 4 out of 5, and finally a overall value kind of score of 3 out of 5. So that is my overview of my gaming grip group battle, essentially. So as far as a list, a tier list or a top list of what I think is my favorite, almost favorite, somewhat favorite, and still favorite, the Satisfye Ultimate Gaming Grip sits there at the top, followed very closely by the Mamba rugged case. In second, next up is the PDP 3-in-1 Folio, and finally rounding out the last but certainly not the least is the MEO Grip Case. And so that's kind of like my mini list of what I prefer to use personally, and I hope that's been helpful. Anyways, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this mini video of mine. If you thought that any of it was productive or pretty much useful to use, please feel free to hit that like button. If you thought that, hey, where's that Skull & Co grip case, that one's better, you should have put that in the video, go ahead and hit that thumbs down button. That's cool too. Also, if you plan on sticking around with me for that semi-long run, I do want to make as many of these mini videos as I can, whether mini reviews, stuff for Nintendo, stuff for video games, Legos, toys, anything I can get my hands on. Please feel free to hit that subscribe button. That would be very, very, very much appreciated. Other than that, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.